Meet Altan Nergui. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. He is the Horseback Archery Champion of 2019 in Mongolia. What a perfect person to talk about horseback archery in Mongolia. Thank you so much for permission to use your footages and your experiences. So I have been communicating with Altan, and here are some of the techniques he prefers. On horseback, when you're going full gallop, you can tell he is putting the arrow on the opposite side of the Olympic draw because it's much more stable. Look at the speed of the horse. You have to have a stable technique. And in this specific sport right here, you're focusing on making sure that one arrow hits the target. So you don't need to hold many arrows on your string hand. However, if you want to shoot fast, here are some ways he shoots fast. This looks very similar to Lars Anderson's way and my way of speed shooting. It's basically a Slavic draw in this form. Now, I've noticed Altan's preferred speed shooting technique is this one. I don't know if there's a name for this. Basically what you do is you hold the arrows on your bow hand, but you see he's grabbing it from the bottom and he rotates it and he puts the knock that way. So when you're holding the arrows, it's actually very stable in this method. So when he's on horseback and when the horse is fully galloping, you really want to make sure that one arrow counts. Like if you hold multiple arrows on your hand, it would most likely fall off, I think, because you're going so fast. But that being said, that doesn't mean you have to fully gallop. Historically speaking, if you were fighting an army full of infantry, for example, in the Battle of Héрэv, when the Parthians fought Romans, most of the Romans did not have any ranged infantry. So the Parthians could just take their sweet time with their horse archers. If the Romans advanced at them, the Parthians would just run away. The horse is always faster at short distances, so the horse will always... So the Romans could not reach the horses. So you could go very close, basically pilum range. Aim at those little gaps, take your time. So in that scenario, you don't even need to speed shoot. Just take your time. It's going to take all day. Just carefully aim at all your arrows. Here's a more typical Mongolian scenario. Basically, this is the famous Mongolian feigned retreat. You have horse archers coming in, pelting the enemy with arrows. But the main goal here is not to cause casualties, but to entice the enemy to chase you. So they would be retreating, and then the enemy would be chasing them with their cavalry. Sometimes you have to shoot fast, but quickly on horseback, because imagine you're fully galloping at full speed, and then the enemy's chasing behind you. Not all the horses are the same speed. There's going to be a few horses faster than your horses, and they're coming and hitting and about to attack you. So you need to slow down these horses. Parthian shot or something like that would be perfect, where you aim towards the back and you try to hit them to slow down their horses. The horse archery that you need is something fast and reliable. For their lighter bows, if they want to harass enemies and shoot fast on horseback, they need a technique that can shoot rapidly, but on the multiple with multiple arrows. Now the problem with Lars Anderson's technique with the string hand here, it can work on foot, but if you're trying to do this on a horseback, you're most likely going to waste your arrows. So I can still do it, but on horseback, it'd be tough. Depends on if your horse is moving, obviously. If you're only fighting infantry with no horses, and then you can just, take your time to shoot. Probably the most standard technique of any cavalry archer in Mongolia at the time was to put your arrows on the quiver. So say you're moving or galloping or just moving, you put one arrow here, and then boom, that's one, shoot. And you put another one, shoot, boom. And put another one. I probably look really funny galloping like this. Boom, shoot. Next one, shoot, boom, shoot. Now, which technique do they actually use? We can never know. These are things that it is very difficult to find using archaeology. We can only speculate with some of the modern techniques we've seen here. And here is the standard Mongolian technique. Basically, you have the arrows in your quiver, you pull them out and you shoot them one by one. But look at him. He's still shooting very quickly, even with the standard Mongolian technique here. So the time difference is sometimes negligible. So which one would you actually use? I think it really depends on the situation. So in summary, all of these techniques can be employed depending on the situation. Which one would they actually use? Based on the situation and your personal preference. For speed shooting as fast as you can, you could hold the arrows at the end of the nocks, just like Lars Anderson, with a light bow. But you cannot move fast with the horse while you're doing that. For moving fast with the horse, probably employ something where you hold the arrows in the middle with your string hand, like the Turkish, like the Wolverine style, or you basically hold it in your bow hand, like how Altan does it, and he rotates the arrows each way. These are all possible ways. But if the enemy doesn't have range infantry, you can really take your sweet time and carefully aim at each person one by one and take them down. That I would definitely just take my sweet time, but with a heavy bow, and just aim at each enemy one by one. There's no need for speed there. You're just trying to make sure each of your shots count in that scenario. Again, special thanks to Altan for providing these footages. Thank you very much.